I want to play, when we do theme decks, I'm going to play Roland and just be like, play Police Badge and Beat Cop and Alice Luxley and the agency backup.
I want to play a Yorick that like is just the Gravedigger, poor, can't do anything to see if he's still as amazing as he is otherwise.
Not trying to like do anything broken, you're just like, I dig dirt.
Anyways, hey everybody, welcome to the Clutches of Chaos player card review. We got MK1 grenades. These cost 4 experience, 3 cost to play them. It's an asset that takes up fist. It's an item weapon ranged. Uses 3 supplies. If MK1 grenades has no supplies, discard it. As an action, spend 1 supply, fight. You get +2 for this attack. If this attack is successful, instead of its standard damage, this attack deals 2 damage to each enemy and each other investigator at your location. Any additional damage is dealt to the attacked.
Take him away, Travis.
This card is sick. You get to, it's like Storm of Spirits, but you get 3 of them. And you get to +2 to your test. And you can like reload it, and it doesn't take up any slots. It's so good.
It's even kind of like a baby dynamite too. Like you have to make a test, which you.
It's like a baby dynamite. It's like 2 dynamites.
Well, I'm only saying baby because you have to make a test, so you could fail. That's the only reason.
Yeah, but it's an item that takes up 1 or fewer hand slots.
Yeah,
which
and
means that like the enemy shows up and they're like, you don't have any weapons, and you're like, just kidding, grenades.
And it costs 2 less, right? Dynamite costs 5. Yeah, so like.
It's so good.
It's pretty alright.
It's also a weapon still, so you can put like well maintained on it.
Yeah.
And your grenade, you just brought more grenades. You throw your grenades, and then you find a way to get rid of them, and you just like, it gets rid of itself, and you just get your grenades back. You're like, well, I brought more, good.
Yeah.
This card's sweet.
This card is just good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have a Venturer on your team, and he's like, don't worry, guys. I brought more grenades.
We're in the jungle, would you bring grenades?
If you got a green friend on your team, maybe he's got some contraband, but that contraband is like 3 more grenades.
Yeah. So you gotta be a little careful in multiplayer, but then like that's where it really shines. If you're playing with like green characters, or just people who can evade, or like you're playing like a green and purple character who are pretty good at evading, like say like Finn and like maybe like Marie Lambeau, she uses Misavrilla, and then they just like dump enemies wherever, and you just walk around throwing grenades at people.
Yeah. If you play the upgraded emergency cache level 3, I think it is, with this one, you can play 0 to
I thought they were
on
like
grenades.
24. But I don't know.
So there's like a level 2 that's like gain 3 resources, draw a card, and
Yeah.
then I think level 3 is like gain 4, but you can also choose to put it on assets as supplies.
And level 4 puts on other people's?
This uses supplies.
Yeah, it does. Alright, this card's sweet.
Yeah,
you should
anyway.
think about playing it
It's
in your decks. I like it.
Cool.
It also is very flavorful.
+2 fist to your fight too.
Yeah, it's very good. Oh, this card's expensive in its.
This card has so many
cost.
numbers on it, Justin. I love it.
It's got like a lot of big
Agency Backup. This is a 7 cost, 5 experience asset that takes up an ally slot. They commits for a brain, a book, and a fist. Agency Backup is an ally and agency with 4 health and 4 brain power. It may be assigned damage and/or horror dealt to other investigators at your location. As a lightning bolt, exhausted and deal 1 damage to it. Deal 1 damage to an enemy at your location. Exhausted and deal 1 horror to it. Discover 1 clue at your location. That's
This card is so ally efficient. Look, it only takes up 1 ally slot, and there's like 7 guys in the art.
yeah, you make 1 for each of them. 100%. Yeah.
This card is like Leo Anderson's wet dream.
It is.
Yeah.
It
Massively
like
costly.
7
It's
guys.
not unique.
Yeah, no, you're like, I brought 2 agency backups.
Like it does
What about the
whatever
entire
you need to do right now.
What about the entire FBI?
Yeah. The card also, it just also reads incredible too. Like its
like-
abilities are all good.
It better be for 5 experience and 7 resources.
It does cost 5 and 7. Yeah, like it's a lot.
And then they're like,
Right.
for the symbols, they're like, it does damage to give a fist. It discovers clues, get a book. It takes damage
for other people.
get a brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, don't use it for that probably unless you're never gonna pay for it.
Yeah. I want to see one of us play this just so we can like.
I guarantee someone will at some point. This card's so cool.
It is. It's very cool.
I don't know how good it is, but it's so cool.
Yeah, it's very expensive. Like that's. I've never seen it. I don't think this is the first 7 on the
Yep.
cards, right? Is
I
it
think the highest is 6.
Yeah.
Is
Because I look at the font for 7 and I'm like, that font looks weird on the 7. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's not right.
No.
It's because I'm not used to it.
Like in like all seriousness, I don't think this card is like super good. I think it costs a little bit too much. Should be like an insane category, but I think it's like good.
It's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it's really
with
cool.
Leo, it's very
Yeah.
like I think it gets a bit better because 6. Like 5
like
experience is
it
very
also
expensive.
costs like no action to play
Yeah.
in his deck. So.
Yeah,
Not that it matters. You don't need access to do anything with this.
Yeah, but like I'm just like you could play it and then still play
and
your
then
entire
fucking
turn
just
anyway. And then if you
Play that
don't,
then
thing
you're
that
like-
heals them and
Yeah, you're like,
exhausts them,
I'm
and
the
you're
best leader of the
Yes!
FBI.
yeah.
And then
it's like-
Mitch shows up and Mitch's like, why don't you ever play me?
Yeah, Mitch is like, what if you had 2 agencies?
You just bust in the jungle with the 2 FBI agents. It's just like Leo's like, I'm the best
Yeah.
leader. of jungle raids.
This is what I arranged to have happen on this expedition.
You're welcome, team.
Yeah.
We should bring our party 7 FBI agents.
A whole bunch more guys with guns.
Something's happening with my internet.
Uh-oh.
It's not loading. It's not loading!
Uh-oh.
There we go. It's loading.
I can't tell you what these are from memory, so.
I don't even remember what the next one's called, and I read it like 2 minutes ago.
Ghastly Revelation.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
right.
the Pokemon?
Yeah.
This just doesn't want to load.
No, it's getting it. This is kind of going.
So,
Yeah.
how's it going, YouTube? Are you enjoying living life?
Interesting.
Sorry, I'm calling an audible on it.
It's done.
There
It's
we go.
done.
There we go. Ghastly Revelation. I don't want this book anymore. This is a zero cost
this one.
event that commits for 2 books. It's a spirit. Discover 3 clues at your location. Sorry, let me speak English. Discover 3 clues at your location. Give any number of your clues to another investigator or place any number of your clues on any location. You are defeated and suffer 1 mental trauma. This action does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Hey, look, it's a Calvin card.
Hey, look, it's your boy, Calvin Wright. It's also like pretty solid if you're playing a scenario and you get down to the very end of it and you realize you're probably going to die, which means you're going to dump a whole bunch of clues onto the floor and somebody else is going to have to pick them up. So instead, you decide to go out on your own terms.
True gamers play this turn 1.
Like,
And say, you guys got this. Here's 3 clues to get you started.
just like as a general yellow card, this card's not that bad. I think it's better than the blue alligatory a little bit.
I like the blue one a lot.
Yeah, but like this one actually helps you win the
blue one's
game.
got sweet flavor text.
Like this one thing is,
You get to shout its name when you play it.
so this card gives you mental trauma, which is like most yellow characters have higher brains than hearts, so that's gonna be less of an issue. And then you can it just discovers 3 clues for free.
That's
just
pretty good.
like
That's very strong.
that's really good.
Well, it's not for free. You have to die.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. And then you can just like, if if you're in like the Black Throne or whatever. Spoilers for that one. I'm gonna talk about that for a bit. But like, the lead investigator has to be at the Black Throne, and you just like throw your clues to them because you're like, whatever, I'm gonna die anyway.
Or even, I believe, like, suck them off on that location because the shroud becomes insane because of Azathoth.
Yeah, and you just like, here you go.
Yeah.
Here's 3. Like there's a couple of them where they're like the or like in the Carcosa campaign, if you need to just get them to the guy who's in the library or whatever.
Yeah. In addition, it also was very well made, and it commits for 2 books, so it's not dead.
Yep.
Like, you can use it to...
It's not dead like you will be if you play it.
Yeah.
This card's actually pretty solid.
I think it definitely has its niche usage, which makes it better than it does make it worse.
Yep. I like it.
Being a spirit is probably the most important part about this card.
Oh, I have never seen this card before in my life. Studious. This is a permanent asset in yellow. It's a talent. You begin each game with 1 additional card in your opening hand. So 3 experience to draw 6 cards at the start of the game.
So you remember how I was saying I don't really feel like there's much else for me to buy in my Carolyn deck? I'd play this if I could.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like... Yeah, if you want to pay 3 experience...
It's just an experience deck.
Yeah.
I think there's like a green one later. This pack gives you money.
This pack
It's like whatever.
Yeah,
You have 3 experience hanging around. This is a fine effect to have.
Yep.
It's-
Having permanence be what you spend your experience on, like you're gonna see it every game. The effect isn't particularly flashy, but you will see it.
Yep. This one's like a little bit worse because it's not like a static effect. It's not like the Dunwich ones. That being said, this one combos nicely with like pretty much every other like playing the game does with higher education. If you have 11 experience hanging around. Yeah.
Small favor. Oh, I know this one.
This is the good one. Like the best.
Strongly disagree.
2 cost event. It commits for 2 fists. It's in green. It's a small favor, is the name. Favor and a service. Deal 1 damage to a non-elite enemy at location. As a reaction, you may pay 2 to increase the cost by 2 to deal 1 damage to becomes 2 damage. And then also when you play it, you may spend 2, increase its cost by 2 to change at a location up to 2 away.
So I shouldn't have said this was the good one, but this is the best one.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Intel Report is one of these.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think this is better than Intel Report.
I don't think so. This one can't hurt it. Can't hurt elite enemies.
Yeah, so
And you take an attack of opportunity if they're currently engaged with you.
monsters are like easily the scariest of the. They take the most actions to kill generally, and this like does it pretty easily with its testless. Yeah, it doesn't hit elites, but like not much does. Like they don't let
like
free
the
damage.
the other green card that does free damage does.
Sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it requires like jump through hoops though. So
Yeah,
just
that's
pay
being
money for.
exhausted. Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, I just think that I think Intel Report is the good one of these. Being able to gain two clues at any location, pretty much. It's quite strong.
I think they're
this one's
both
good.
I think they're both strong
Yeah,
cards.
I don't mean to argue that this is a bad card. Just that I think Intel Report of the cycle is the good one.
It could change with future expansions, but I think that this one's a little more important to green as a color, as they typically struggle a little bit more to deal with monsters than they do to pick up clues. So.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it depends. Like I probably I'd play this one in Finn, but I probably wouldn't play the other one depending on how it goes, right?
You can just slap this in a green deck and it fixes like a random monster for you.
Yeah. I feel like the when I played this with Safina, the pain to when it has to be at like a different location than yours, that's when you start to really feel the cost of the card, and that's where the value kind of diminishes, right? Which I feel like with the clue one, it doesn't feel as bad because you're basically like, I know it's the same philosophy. Like you're spending an action, not like you're spending 2 to not spend an action to move there, so like it's not as bad. But this one doesn't like it felt worse to me. And I think that might just be a me thing. But like the killing an enemy for 2 is very nice. Killing an enemy with 2 health for 4 is also very nice.
Yeah, this one's very good in any of the campaigns that use the basic cultist a lot.
Yeah.
They show up, they put a clue on themselves. Doesn't matter.
Or the Carcosa Cag comes. Maybe you need to kill some random old man next door.
Maybe you do.
Just hire Hitman to go kill him. He's like, have you seen this skull? I do like the design of all those cards, though. I think they're all really neat. I want to see the one where it's for brain, where for treachery cards, and then you're like, pay more to get another one. Another day, another $1. Well, this is basically what we just did. You begin the game with 2 additional resources. It's permanent. Cost 3 experience.
If you have 3 extra experience in green somehow, like
Yeah, like
you can play this.
it is worse being a green card. Playing green cards, there is never. You never are sitting in a position where you're like, I don't want to spend my experience on anything for my deck anymore. There's always something you could buy that will make your deck better. However, for the big money deck, getting to start at like 7 or 9 means that you can play your card and still have 5 or 6 resources in play on the first turn.
Wouldn't you rather just like spend your money on like hot streaks though or something like that?
I mean, like I might, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not.
I suppose it also just depends on like if you're. I don't know. Actually, I don't know the answer to that.
No. It's solid.
Whatever. If you don't know what to spend your experience on, do it on this one.
Yeah.
It's a little bit It's a little bit unfortunate. These cost 3 experience instead too. It locks a lot of investors out playing them. But
If you are playing Lola, you can use these as green cards in your deck to play more colorless cards that hurt you less. So that's something.
next card, please. I don't want Lola talk.
I do agree though, Travis. I feel like those effects are. It should be 2 experience. Those effects aren't like class breaking enough that they would be a negative thing to have it to.
No, but if you buy them after scenario 1, then you get to see them for every scenario throughout the game. The thing, right?
Yeah, so I thought the damage permanents were fine.
Yeah, well, they were stupid.
Diana Esperance deals with the Devils. This is a 4-cost
I love
asset.
this pack.
This pack is sick.
Purple Ally. It's an asset. 3 costs 4 to play. 2 brains. 3 health, 1 brain damage. She's a witch, and she uses 3 secrets. As a lightning bolt, attach a non-weakness spell event from your hand to her. Limit 1 event attached to her. The attached event may be played as if it were in your hand and is not placed in your discard pile after it is played. As additional cost to play the attached event, exhaust Diana and spend 1 secret.
She's so good.
Yeah, this card's incredible.
Have you ever just not wanted to draw a treachery card for the next, I don't know, maybe 5-ish turns? Because like you could make that happen. You just got to take a horror every time.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Or deny existence.
Or deny existence, and
what
you're
it
just
is.
like, I'm just not going to take damage for the next, 3 to 5 times this happens to me.
Yeah.
Or if you're feeling really ambitious, is like grenades that takes damage for you.
Yeah. Yeah, you could
You could put
dump,
Storm
like,
of
Storm of
Spirits
Spirits onto it.
Yep.
If you put upgraded Deny Existence on it, it is actually limitless value.
Yep.
Like,
It's a lot of experience, but
so
yep.
like, yeah, it's like 8 experience, but you know.
She's really
But
good.
it feels like
if you
it
can
feels
find
like
both of
8
them,
experience.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah.
The only real downside to this card is that purple has a lot of competition for its ally slot.
Yes, there are a lot of good purple allies.
But if you're like
This is one of the best though.
if
If
you're
you have the
like,
experience for it.
and you want to have, you're like, I want to play this event more than once. Oh, maybe she'll do it.
Yeah, or even just using her to play. Oh no, you can't do that. It's not a spell. It's an insight. Never mind.
But yeah, there's just so many good things you can place on her that makes her just incredible.
She also uses like secrets, which is a easy-ish thing to recharge.
Yes.
So
It turns out, especially if you have access to yellow cards.
yeah.
All right, this is, in my opinion,
This is the card you should stick
One
on
of-
her if you can.
one of
Yeah.
the strongest. Like I'd say this is actually, I don't know. I think to me
Yeah.
this is the strongest card because it's the only thing that does things so efficiently. Let me read it. It costs 5 experience. It's a 0 costed event. It commits for a while, but don't. Spell in a paradox. Fast.
If you ever commit this for a while, Travis will come to your house and hurt you.
Play when an encounter card or enemy attack would cause you to do one of the following. Choose one. Discard cards in your hand, lose 1 resources, lose actions, take damage, or take horror. You ignore the aspect of that effect, then perform the opposite of that aspect. Draw cards, gain resource, gain additional actions, heal damage, or heal horror, respectively.
Yeah, I would deliver man show up at your door and he's gonna be like, "Are you the rinky-dink scrub who committed Deny Existence level 5 to a skill test? I have a package for you."
It's just a box sitting at the bottom of your stairs, and it looks man-sized, and you're like, I don't think I'm going to open that.
No, thank you.
You just get so much out of this card. You say no to the game, and then say, actually, game, you owe me now.
Yeah. This card is insane if you have like amnesia or whatever. You know, they're like, pick all your cards but one and discard them, and you're like, I'll draw half my deck, I don't care. You can do that, right?
No, it doesn't do
Sure.
weaknesses. You
Uh,
tried though.
Whatever.
That would be very, very good if you could.
You get the picture.
Yeah.
They say discard for how many points you failed by, discard that many cards at random.
I
You're
mean,
like, actually, instead
I'm not
I'll draw
sure
that
this is the
many
best like card in the game, but like
It's very
that's
strong.
a different top for a
Yeah.
different video.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can sit here and argue about what the best cards of each level we are that we think.
That'd be a fun one.
Do up our list and come in here and just argue for a couple hours.
Yeah. I just think that, like, this essentially, like, Ward of Protection's a very strong card. But this one basically just says, hey, this Treachery card says I draw 3 cards. And it's just like, oh. It's just, I think it's incredible. Like
it like the comparison between War Protection 1 or 0 and Existence 0, like it has things that does better and things that does worse. Like
Yeah.
it definitely does that better, but like unlike War Protection 5, it doesn't just kill like just draw an enemy and you're like, nope.
Yeah.
Like it does have weaknesses.
Oh, yeah,
But
definitely.
This card is very
I just think
very,
there's just so much value packed in this. Because, like, even
I'm
like,
gonna add that to the list of the 5 experience green
Yeah.
cards where you read this, you're like, this is insane.
because it even does when an enemy attacks, right? Like, which is also really huge because you can basically just play it as like a whiff. Like, do you take an enemy and you're like,
No,
"Ah,
it
this
eats
enemy
2
heals me."
attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, because you
'Cause you heal
the
it.
first one.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then, like, just eat the second one. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's like 2 dodge. You can pay 5 experience for 2 dodges in purple. Wow.
That's so much better than paying 0 experience for 3 costed dodge in purple.
Card's very fun to play. Even the 0 cost one is very.
Man, this card's insane too. This pack's great.
This pack
Trial by
is
Fire,
pretty
3 cost, red event, commits for a wild symbol to spirit, fast play only during your turn. Choose one of your skills until the end of your turn. Set the base value of that skill to 5.
This card's really good.
good. Yeah,
It lets you convert money into doing things.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we need to explain why making the base value of your skill better is a
It's
good
good.
thing, but just in case. What if you're playing Preston Fairmont and he has 1s? Just kidding. He's got a 5. You know the Red Glove Man? This is like some of the parts for that, but you don't pay 5 experience for it. So
You pay a little
it's
more
pretty
money, doesn't take damage,
Yeah.
but like it only does 1 skill, but like it's just
Only-
base.
okay. Only does 1 skill, only does it during your turn.
One thing I don't like with this card is this
But-
guy's haircut, which is a very modern haircut, not something you would see in like
Oh, but maybe it is.
1920s Arkham or whatever.
Let's look up 1920s haircut. That's what this video is about now. Let's go.
Yeah, he looks kind of modern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of that, but
Yeah, this card is just good.
Yeah.
If you can play it and you're playing red and you have things that you might ever be trying to do where your base skill value is 2 or less, this might be a good card for you.
he looks like some guy who like drinks craft beer and he's not gonna go hunt down monsters. He's just like an axe throwing
he's
competition.
Well, someone dropped green paint on him, and now he's ready to kill people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bait and Switch. This is a 3 experience, 1 cost event that commits for a book and 2 feet. It's a tactic. Either choose one. Evade. If you succeed and the enemy is non-elite, evade the enemy and move it to a connecting location. Evade. Use only on a non-elite enemy at a connecting location. If you succeed, evade that enemy and switch locations with it.
You succeed and
This card is not quite 1,000 times better than the base one, but I think it's really good.
This one.
The base one is just like, I think this top bit. Oh, move it. Okay.
It's just the bait, not the switch. You have to pay 3 experience for the switch.
Yeah, you gotta pay for the experience.
Yeah, the first one's just to go bait.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you see the value in the second one, and it's pretty nice to get a free move and an evade, right?
There's a couple of scenarios where it's like really good, like if they require you to like go along a straight path, you can just be like, whoop,
Yeah,
no monster my way.
This is very good on the train, where they're like, this guy's ahead of you, and you're like, just kidding, he's behind me, I'm never going back.
Yeah.
It's very good if you're playing
Catch
Carnivale,
what you
where you've got the guy who goes around the other way to chase you, and you're just like, go around again, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
That's pretty strong.
This card's okay. I don't think it's worth 3 experience though.
I think it's pretty close. Like, this card is very similar
So, not that it's,
effect to Elusive.
not that it's not worth 3 experience. I don't think it's like I want to pay 3 experience for it.
Mm-hmm. This card is very similar in its effect to Elusive, and Elusive is definitely worth 2 experience.
Not that it's like its effect isn't worth that cost. It's just I don't think I want to pay that cost for that effect.
Mm-hmm. If you're playing Rita, you could kickflip off so much bullshit.
This was a nice thing to keep bringing back with Resourceful, too. Like, that's a very strong effect to take back and just do again and again.
Yeah, you just have to be able to reliably evade enemies.
Which Red can do pretty well.
One thing that's also really neat is you can like use it to like evade an enemy that's engaged to your Seeker and then like regroup with your team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a very powerful ability. Like,
Yeah.
you're at the location next to me, and you're like, Justin, as you always do when there's an
Justin,
enemy.
help me.
And then I'm like, don't worry. And then I just like bounce off the enemy's head and kick him into the last
I turn
one.
around instead of like some kind of ghoul on my back. Justin's on my back. I'm like, what?
It's especially great like in like linear or locations where like we never need to come back here and this enemy does not have Hunter and he can just sit here and you get a move out of it.
Like
I think but only if you're in the red, the survivor that is going to have the feat to do this naturally.
Yeah, I feel like this is
It's
mostly a plant for Rita.
Wendy or Rita.
Yeah, Wendy and Rita. Yeah.
Because like Wendy can play it again
Oh,
out of her graveyard.
I always forget how good Wendy is.
Yeah, I think Wendy would be
She's
very
so
good with
good.
her. The art's also still great. Little straw bag grandma.
Where's your gold? Blah, blah, blah.
I think that's a card that I would like to see in action. One of us to try it out. and
Yeah,
play
sure.
it.
I mean, I guarantee one of us will end up playing that kind of deck when we do our red campaign.
Yeah.
in a
That's the
year.
one I don't know what I'm going to do because I've played a lot of the red characters. So we'll find out.
Play Preston.
He's not technically a red character.
Oh, he's green, right?
Yeah, he's like a
Paladin.
green character masquerading as a red character.
And we have one neutral. Anikah, she costs 3 experience and she costs 3 to play.
She
She's
does
an
not
asset.
cost 3 experience. She costs 4 experience.
4 experience, thank you,
because
4.
They hate us.
She takes up the ally slot. She has 1 health and 1 brain power. You have 2 additional tarot slots, and the game begins if Anikah is in your opening hand. Put her into play because she's a tarot card. You gotta play it.
When she enters play, search for a tarot and put it into play. Yeah, she's not good.
I think this card's okay.
Yeah, there might be like a Safina tarot deck, but you can only play like one of the maybe okay ones and like 2 of the good one. So
What does Lola upgrade into? What can she do when she upgrades?
I'm pretty sure Travis said like
No Lola talk.
no Lola
Get out.
talk, so
It's like 0 to 3 of colors, and like 0 to 5 neutral.
yeah.
Like this card's. If we had a neutral one that wasn't the trash Ace of Rods or whatever it's called, then this would be good, I think.
Yeah, I would.
If you can actually like hold 3 of them, and they like the skills are relevant for you, I think she's good. But not many characters can do that. Like Carolyn can take purple, yellow, and
And the blue one.
the blue one. Yeah, the blue one's pretty blah. Unless, I mean, like maybe if you're on meat cleaver build
Okay.
Yeah.
for solo, that might be okay.
Yeah, maybe.
So you can.
I think this card being a 1/1 is like the part that makes it trash. Because these days, a lot of the time, treachery cards say like deal 1 damage to yourself and every ally you control. Because they've figured out
Sometimes.
that ally is the best card asset type in the game right now. And maybe the game should do something about that.
So for some reason, if you want to with Lola, you can run every
You can
tarot,
run every tarot card.
and then
This isn't a Lola theory
Because-
cast.
because you
Theory
put them
crafting
in, you
game.
put them into play. You don't have because you don't have to play the tarot. You put it
Yeah.
into play, correct?
Yeah.
So then you're not restricted by her stupid ability on the front. So I think she might be one of the only people that can successfully
Yeah.
do the all tarot and a Ghastly deck.
I hate this card costing 4 because it means there has to be a different page in my binder for it.
Never mind, I'm stupid. This card's you can have 2 of the same one.
Yeah, you can have 2 of the same
Yeah,
one.
so
She's
you
still-
can
she's
she
still
can
not
just
great though.
No, she show up and she'll carry like +2 book and plus another thing for you, or +2 fists and another
Yeah, but
thing.
you
That's
have to
insane.
find them. Like you have to find the other ones really.
So
If you're not using the extra tarot slots, she's not good.
She also does have 1 and 1 for some reason, which is
Like if she was 2/2, I think this card is like
Would go up
massively
with
better.
fear. I think at 1 and 1 the 4 experience
She
is a bit
dies
much.
very easily, and if she dies, you lose those extra tarot slots and must discard down to 1 tarot card.
I think you're overselling the amount of cards that say you must deal 1 damage.
I
to
agree.
each of
That's an
your-
excellent. That's an excellent point.
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe.
And like
That's
most of those are like
But-
so like the fact the odds that you're gonna like have her in play with like at least with more than 1 tarot slot, so we like actually lose something, and then you draw this card and you fail it, like it'll happen once in a while,
Yeah.
but like it's not gonna happen.
I don't like this.
It wouldn't dissuade. It wouldn't factor into me playing her or not.
I never want to be planning for what's going to happen when I've drawn an extra tarot card. Because I'm just kind of hoping it's not going to happen.
This is what I'm gonna spend my experience on.
Fair?
Alright, fine, do it. I dare you.
I'm gonna when we do Lola, I'm gonna be doing the all tarot. I also will. There's one thing that's really nice that's come from this though is that they're not designing cards like Key of Yeast, just like those really powerful neutral
Generic
cards
ones.
that can fit in everyone. They're a lot more. They got a lot better at that. It's Anikah.
She's okay.
Yeah, like one thing this card does do nice is it like provides a very obvious deck building thing for newer players, where you're like you put Anikah on your deck, you put all the tarot cards you can
It's a
play in
very
your deck.
expensive thing to do though, because you're like 8 points into this, and then 1 point per tarot card.
Yeah, 1 point cards are like pretty easy to fit in your deck though, and like the tarot cards aren't like you can just buy the tarot cards and eventually grab her.
Yeah, you buy the
like the tarot cards are
first,
just
yeah.
good.
Yeah, one of the cool things she does is if you have maybe randomly gotten the tower as your weakness,
Yeah, she can eat that for you.
she just eats it. If you're playing Maddie Thompson,
I wouldn't spend 4 experience to
To-
like,
to-
beat
yeah.
the tower though.
if you're playing Maddie Thompson, you can go find 2 tarot cards, assuming you've already found a way to deal with your weakness. So like that's pretty neat.
I might be playing Maggie Thompson in the near
I,
future.
I think this card might actually be like really good in Mandy because if assuming that you have found a way to consume your basic weak or your like unique weakness, you can run this out and be like, I'm gonna find one of my research cards, any of them, because they're all in my deck, and I am searching the entire pile right now.
That's so funny. At the start of the game, you play it, trigger
Yeah.
your weakness.
Just crush
I
it.
mean, like that's even that is
That's really
pretty
powerful.
It is, yeah.
because you kind of just want that gone.
Yeah.
What does it do? It just adds a doom? Or
When you draw an encounter card and cancel the search.
okay, that's
When you draw it, you shuffle it back in your deck. If you cannot, for some reason, shuffle it back into your deck, then you take damage instead, I think. And then, like...
But if you flip it during a research, it goes away.
Yeah, if you find it during a search action or a search effect, then the search is cancelled, you draw an extra...
So would that then immediately cancel searching the deck for a tarot?
Yes, you would not be able to find anything because the search never happened.
Okay.
That's just
So, like,
it goes crashing down for Travis.
Well, I mean, like, you just...
It means...
Oh, you do have to put her into place. So you just mulligan her away, whatever. And draw her later.
You don't have to, it's not forced.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
that's
you
right.
can-
They
you can
don't...
just- you
So
can
you
just-
can,
I was
you can
looking-
put her into play.
That's my
but
bad. I
then
was
not
looking
find
for the
it.
May.
Yeah.
I was like, you may put her in play? No, yes, I'll put her in play. No, that sucks.
Yeah, but like playing with Mandy, one of the key things you want to do is find your unique weakness as quickly as you can, so then you never have to worry about it screwing anything over you're going to try to do in the future, because you're going to search your deck a lot.
And what do we think of this pack overall? I think this one is
This one's
sick,
pretty sick.
if you need high
Yeah.
cost cards,
Yep.
high experience cards,
Um,
or you just like playing with cool
even like
stuff.
the lower tier stuff, right? Like the green stuff in this one is not expensive to play, and the red cards aren't either.
No, like I wouldn't necessarily
But-
like say this is like a
A must buy.
collection
No.
building pack, but like it's really good
It's like
for
a
filling
reward.
holes in
Yeah.
your collection.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's got some really solid like low yellow and green and red cards, and then it's got really cool and really powerful blue and purple cards. Probably really powerful blue cards. I'm not sure. I haven't played with Agency guys, but I bet they're really
And then there's
good.
also Anikah waiting for you at the end of the
man,
dream.
you could build such a cool. Never mind. We're good. We're not theory crafting.
Yeah, why don't you like this card? This is like that kind of garbage build around card you like.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.